John Maxwell said, "Change is inevitable. Growth is optional. No matter what we experience in life, we are always faced with changes, whether it's personal or professional, whether we want to accept it or not. Change is part of our lives. Developing resilience helps us cope adaptively and bounce back after changes." Hi everyone, my name is Leela Bassi and I am the founder of Above and Beyond Resilience. My aim today is to look closely at how challenges, setbacks and failures allow us to grow. So, let's take a look. Number 1. Lesson learned. It is important to look at what we have learned from our experience. And I just want to qualify the difference between experiences and experience. Experiences are the things that you remember, like memories and things that have happened in your life. Experience is what you have learned as a result of that. So, if you can share your experience with people in a proactive way that will contribute to their lives and draw a conclusion that helps them to move forward, it will lead to resilience for yourself as well as for others. One of my biggest lessons learned was traveling to the Arctic Circle 5 years ago. You see, I've always feared the cold, but out there, I've learned to embrace my struggles and acquired self-confidence by doing the things that terrified me most, proving to myself that I could still thrive in an hostile environment, sleeping on ice at minus 43 degrees. Control the controllable. Controlling the controllable is an approach that can be used by any of us, so we can then focus our energy on the things we can do to shape our life. Like Charles Swindoll said, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. In his famous book, Man's Search for Meaning, Viktor Frankl described the importance of choosing your own attitude. Everything can be taken from a man or a woman, but one thing: the last of human freedoms to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. And indeed, a person can choose to be positive or negative, to be a creator or a complainer, to take responsibility or avoid responsibility. They can choose to build on what they do have, their strength and assets, or moan about what they don't have. But it is only through controlling the controllable that we can stay in the growth zone. Challenging times present us with opportunities to grow and support others, and by having the right mindset, we can learn a great deal about ourselves. If, on the other hand, we stop controlling our controllable, we will start to feel overwhelmed and drained. The following infographic has been going viral on various social media platforms over the last few months. If you look at it closely, you might ask yourself, who do I want to be during COVID-19? Remembering that, as human beings, we are able to respond, react, and change our mindset as we gain more understanding of ourselves. As you can see, it involves 3 zones: the fear zone, the learning zone, and the growth zone. Each zone reflects behaviors that we might recognize in ourselves and others, and they can help us to work out how we and others are handling the changes that we are experiencing. The fear zone is the place where we can find ourselves acting out. It's the phase that closely linked to our brain's flight, known as fight and freeze reactions. This is when our brain is fighting for survival and decided to act first and think later. To give you a perfect example, think back in March. A lot of people went panic buying, and most shops ran out of flowers and eggs and loo rolls. That's because our fear of the unknown makes us desperate and do things that we feel we cannot control. Staying in the fear zone isn't sustainable or advisable. The second zone is the learning zone. This can come a little later when things have started to settle down and we begin behaving in a more mindful way. When we become more aware of our own limitations, we tend to worry less about what we are able to control and then let go a bit more, which enables us to be a bit more patient with ourselves and one another. The last zone in this theory is the growth zone, and this is where we start asking ourselves, how can our actions and words help others moving on or ease their burdens at this time? The beauty with breaking through from the fear zone to the growth zone is that we become equipped at moving through fear and seeking solutions to barriers. We become more and more comfortable with growth and change and ultimately transformation. We have nothing holding us back from achieving our potential and can create the life we deserve. Ask yourself, if you put your energies into the things you can control, which zone do you think you will find yourself in right now? Please feel free to comment on this video and tell us where you are or what is preventing you to be where you would like to be. Number 3, practice gratitude. A good way to get some balance is to practice the art of gratitude. Even on the worst day, you can always find 3 or 4 things to be thankful for, I'm sure. They don't have to be a huge life-changing events, even if it's just that there was enough mustard left to put in your sandwich at lunchtime. In 2005, Martin Seligman conducted an experiment asking people to think of 3 good things that had happened to them each day. He found that over the course of 6 months of this study, is that people showed a higher level of gratitude, a higher level of happiness, and less depressions. With gratitude, people acknowledge the goodness in their lives. It makes them more positive, which improves their health and builds stronger relationships. Thank you for watching this video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Bye for now!